That's a huge deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, so plane takes off, and it's like, it's nighttime. I'm ready to go sleep, and I just go to, to go back, and it's locked. So I asked the flight attendant, and it's fine when you take off. You can't do it. 10 minutes go by, and it's still locked. So I said to the flight attendant, "Is there, my seat doesn't seem to be working." She said, "Oh no, the captain asked us to lock the seats when we took off." And I said, "Well, okay, I understand. That was 10 minutes ago.
Right. We're in the air now.
We're flying now. Officially, the flight's begun, as far as I was concerned. Like, I think we can, lay back now." And I said, "Could you ask the captain to maybe unlock it, or could you just unlock it yourself?" And she said, "No, I can't do that, and I can't talk to the captain because he's very busy." And I said, "So we're just going to remain, locked in the locked position for the flight?" And she said, she wouldn't actually respond to anything. She said, all she would say is, "Isn't safety our #1 concern?" And I would say, and I said, "Well, certainly, but I don't think my ability to stretch my feet really compromises the safety of the plane." And she wouldn't actually engage with me. All she would say is, "Isn't safety our #1 concern?" And so it was infuriating. So I just stewed.
So you didn't get an extra bag of pretzels, did you?
I got nothing.
See, I am so good. I am so good and such a rule follower and so non-combative that I always get that secondary bag of pretzels. Always. Like, sometimes she'll be like,
I will say that even in spite...
I only have one bag left. I saved it. I'm like, thank you. That's awesome.
Well, the flight attendant was lovely to me throughout the flight. I was the only one sitting there stewing because I hadn't, actually...
Did you eventually get to lean back?
Yes. After, endless waiting, finally, 20 minutes into the flight or whatever, magically the seats were unlocked because all of a sudden it was suddenly safe to unlock the seats.
Or maybe the pilot wasn't busy anymore flying the plane.
Yes, maybe I was just grumpy. I don't know.
You know what you should have done? Put the pillow on the seat and just been on the floor with your head on the seat.
Then I would have been charged $25,000.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah, right. But but let me just say it again: flight attendants, I have great respect for them, and I think they do a tremendous job.
He must have to fly this weekend.
I do. I'm flying later today. No, but it's true. I mean, can you imagine having to deal with... everyone's grumpy on a plane, having to deal with people, and everyone's got their bags now because they're charging so much to bring your bag. We all now bring our suitcases on the plane and try to shove them into those little compartments.
I got a unique glimpse once into what... Usually I'm just seated with the kids, and that one day it was Lola and me, because I never want Lola to have to sit next to the stranger. So it was Lola and me, and then the stranger was on... I was in the middle, and the stranger was on the aisle, and it was a man, and he was a chatterbox, and I mean, told me his life story. Literally, his life story. He was like, "I was born at 4:15 on a Wednesday morning. It was raining. My mother didn't get to the hospital in time, and the cord was around my neck." And I was like, "Oh, buckle in. This is going to be..." And the whole time I had my headphones out because I was just about to put them in, and I missed the window of opportunity.
Oh, yes.
So I was like this, holding the headphones like this, and I'm like, and I was held hostage by the story of his life for the entire flight. And at a certain point, I said out loud, I'm like, you're not going to let me go back to my life, are you? And he kept talking, and I'm like, you're not even listening. You're just not going to let me go back. I'm stuck with you. Like this.
See, that's where I, like your daughter, do the fake phone call.
Yeah.
I got to take this.
Yeah.
Which, when you're on a flight, it's not so believable, but I do it anyway. Because I want them to believe that I have some sort of special BlackBerry that somehow works, at 30,000 feet. So I'm like,
It's CNN calling.
Right, exactly.
It's the President of the United States. My BlackBerry always works. No, my daughter...